So, welcome to the 7th standing workout class. I am Susan Arena, the director of the Swissbody Pilates centers, and tonight I just want to say a special thank you to my family who support me doing this. Special thank you to my team, the Swissbody team, who are there all the time supporting me and being just the best team in the world. And an extra special thank you to Eva, who has been communicating with everybody. Eva's not only the most fantastic young teacher, but she's also my PA, and so she's been working really hard communicating with everybody and letting everybody know what we're doing and how to get in touch with us, etc. So thanks very much, Eva, for everything you're doing. At Swissbody, we say it's not what we do, but how we do it that makes the difference. And so that's why I've decided, even though I'm a Pilates teacher, to not actually teach Pilates as such for these training classes. I think it's a much better idea to work standing up, where everybody can face me, whereas if you're relying on a mat, you would probably be having to turn your head to look at me, and then you would not be working very well because your head would be constantly to the side and you might end up with a very sore neck. So even though I'm a Pilates teacher, please take note, we're not doing Pilates. We're doing a workout that is based on the Pilates principles, but it's all about standing, about balance, and about understanding our bodies. As my husband Giuseppe says, first we must learn what to do. Then we need to understand what we're doing. And then we execute properly. Think of your body as an orchestra, with your head being the conductor of the orchestra. Donc on a un orchestre, c'est ça notre corps. Et la tête, c'est le chef d'orchestre. Every part of your body is a member of that orchestra, and your head has to control each part of your body to get perfect harmony. So Monday nights, I like to go over the basics, try and go a little bit more deeper into what we're doing, so that even if you're feeling that possibly you're not pumping up your muscles like you could be doing some other kind of workout, or possibly not sweating and breathing heavily because it's not an aerobic workout, I really believe you'll get results because you're really doing what you're doing perfectly and with the best possible control. So I want to start with the feet, and we're going to work all the way up just a bit with the thoughts that will help us to do what we're doing better each time. So we're going to start with the feet. Here's a pair of feet. That's the sole of the feet. When we're standing, and we're standing with our feet together, if I say to you, put your feet together, can you see how the feet form two triangles? Right? So when I'm standing, feet together, to have that straight line of my two triangles together, can you see how, in fact, your heels are not together? So that's perfect parallel. So you might feel a bit strange, but if you actually closed your heels together, you would be working in a little turned out position. Can you see that? And when you walk, we don't want to walk with our feet going outwards. We want to walk and learn to place our body with our feet going straight. Underneath, first of all, important point about your triangles, those are the metatarsals, right? The ball of the foot. So when you're standing, you should have equal pressure on the big toe metatarsal, the small toe metatarsal, and the center of your heel. Because 2/3, 1/3, 2/3 of your weight should be over the front of your foot. So if you stand with your weight back on your heels, you actually will affect the whole alignment of your body and it won't be correct. So try while you're working to feel at any time you could actually lift your heels because your weight is perfectly on the front of your feet. If I take the triangle away, we've got a foot with an arch. Some people have extremely high arches. We all should have arches. So that story about, oh no, that's how I am, I've got flat feet, I'm sorry, it's not true. Absolutely everybody can learn how to hold up their arches and not have flat feet. Anybody at any age, it's possible. So if we're looking at this foot with his arch lifted up, we will see that when you're standing, if we have the point on the heel that I spoke about, and the 2 points here under the toes, you actually have the side of your foot more in contact. If you're looking at this foot with this arch than the inside of the foot, we will see that. Somebody needs to mute. Thank you. So that's what we're going to try and do, is work holding up our arches. But holding up your arches is not just an affair of your feet. It's a full body affair. So it's not the right thought to think, oh, I must just lift my arches, put the pressure on the outside of my feet, and my legs will be fine. What we need to think about is what we call the spirals. So if I'm standing and I put this band under my foot, I'll turn so that I'm in profile. This band pulls up my arch, all right? So the feeling is, if you imagine that you're doing this for yourself, so you're going to have a band that's under your foot, it pulls up your arch, it's going to make you feel a little bit more the outside of your foot, but without losing the connection of the big toe. That band will wrap around your leg, it comes over the top of the knee. For people who know anatomy, that's the vastus medialis. It's a very important muscle for the strength of your knee. It's going to come up, it's going to wrap around my leg, go under my bottom. That is the lower fibers of your gluteus maximus. It's then going to come round, come up. I've lost him. Quickly again, round, inner thigh, under the bottom, up the front. It's going to wrap around into my shoulder blades, and then it's going to cross over and finish at the back of the neck, right up here. So if you can imagine that connection while you're working, feel that in your legs. Both legs have to do that. So if I'm standing now, feet together, I think everybody can try this now. Feel your triangles. So you're closing your feet, your heels are not touching. Think of the triangles, how we place them. Now if I stand badly, look at the big space I've got between my legs. My knees have dropped inwards. All right? Now if I think of my spirals, my legs will come in straight. That's it. So think of your spirals, lift up into the tummy. That's the oblique muscles, connecting into a lovely muscle called the serratus muscle, which then goes into your shoulder blades and up to your neck. So that's what we need to feel when we're working our spirals. We then have triangles. If my spirals are correct, they're going to bring my pelvis into a good position. And if I'm standing correctly, I've got my pelvis triangle absolutely almost vertical. Each person is slightly different, but if we all try to find a vertical triangle, that's going to help us to have a correct position. If my lower point of my triangle is back, my back's arched. If the lower point of my triangle is forward, I've got what's called sway back. Neither are very nice. The other place we want to have triangles is across the chest. Now what I like about this is we've actually got two triangles. My big triangle is what makes me feel the opening across my chest and coming down to a point underneath my sternum. So if you remember our breathing from the other night and the fan, when I breathe out, my fan closes to that bottom point of the triangle. So each time you breathe in, you're going to open your fan, and each time you breathe out, you're closing your fan and you're finding the bottom point of your triangle. At the same time, this little triangle, the blue triangle, is having to slightly lift upwards and outwards. Because if I close my ribs too much, it's going to sink me down. If I close my fan and I think of lifting my chest up and out, the blue triangle, then I'm going to have a perfect position in my upper body. So try and remember triangles, one across the shoulder that comes down to the end of where your fan is closing. The other triangle in the pelvis. All right, so that's what we're going to think about. The last thought was about the feet and the legs and how they should function. So I'm going to bring a mat so that you can see our wonderful legs. My husband's patented feet and legs. So if I am standing, those are my legs, my feet in their proper position. If my hands are my bottom muscles and the deep rotator muscles of my hips, when my legs are straight, like these sticks, I'm going to use my bottom muscles to turn out the legs. And that's what makes the feet turn out. I'm not turning my feet out, I'm turning my legs out. I'm coming closer so you can see my hands are my bottom muscles, my deep hip flexors. My hands turn the legs out. And it's the hands, which are the bottom muscles, deep hip flexors, the hip rotators, which are going to be turning out the feet. So never ever think to turn out your feet without turning out your hips. All right. So let's start with some breathing. I'm going to take the mat away. And we're just going to start with breathing. Put your feet in that position. Tonight we're not going to do footwork because I've taken some time to chat. And I want us to stand in that upright position. Try and find your spirals. From your feet, your arches lifted. The spirals around your legs. That means you're going to be long in the front of your hips. You can feel you working a little bit under your bottom. You find your triangles here. You find your triangle in the chest. Your hands are down at your side. And the feeling that you've got in your arms is as though you're holding a little document up at the very top of your arm with the back of your arm, not the front of your arm. If I hold this document with the front of my arm, I'm going to do that. If I hold the document with the back of my arm, it opens my shoulders out. So if I say documents, don't forget your document, you're holding your document at the top of the back of your arm. Look, I can take it out, I can put it back. All right, so I'm not gripping. Body control is not about gripping. Body control is about controlling your body, and so that it can move with ease, but always come back to its center. So, we're going to go back to the breathing. Going to take a nice big breath. Open your fans. Don't forget the fans are in your back as well. And as you breathe out, you're going to pull up the pelvic floor. Pull your tummy button in and out. Your fans close. Your blue triangle lifts. And your head goes up to the ceiling. And again, you're breathing in. You're opening. Breathe out. Pull up the tummy. Close your fans. Lift your chest and grow. And again, breathe in. Breathing out, my tummy button goes in and upwards as I breathe out. And again, breathe in, open the ribs. Breathe out, tummy button goes in and upwards. And again, breathe in. Breathing out, tummy button in and up, lift your chest and grow. One more time, breathe in and breathing out. We're going to lift our pelvic floor muscles, tummy button, the ribs close, the chest is up, and we grow. That's lovely. Take a big breath, and we're going to do the roll down, starting from our head. So breathe in. As we breathe out, start with the neck. Start going down slowly. One vertebra after the other. We're going through the upper body, the waist, the pelvis turns. Breathe in, breathing out, come back up again. Find your triangle of the pelvis. One vertebra to the other. Find your spirals in your legs and straighten up tall. One more time, breathe in. Start with the neck, then the upper body, then the lower body. When I finish moving my spine, I start letting the pelvis turn. Breathe in and breathing out, come back up. One vertebra after the other until we're standing. All right. Now you can go and get your broom. If you haven't got it already. And tonight's lesson, as we're going to be really thinking about the how to do it, the understanding, so that we can play our body orchestra in beautiful harmony, we're going to use the stick a bit more to really do things carefully and properly. So let's start again, feet together. Another very nice prop to have is a cushion. So if you've got somewhere nice and close to you, grab a cushion. We can put the cushion between the top of the back of the legs, and we're going to find our feet triangles. We're going to find our spirals. We're going to try and find the vertical pelvis triangle. We think of our documents under our arms. The chef d'orchestre or our orchestra conductor has a lot to think about, and we've got to really lengthen up. And we're going to start just with knee bends. Bend the two legs and stretch and rise up and down and bend and stretch and rise and down and bend and stretch. Use your bottom muscles, pull up, lengthen your legs and down and again bend and stretch and rise and down and breathe in and breathe out and breathe in. I'm squeezing my cushion with the top of the back of my legs and breathe in and breathe out, the tummy button up and breathe in and squeeze the top of the cushion with the top of the legs and last one and stay down and up, your legs are long, 1, squeeze under your bottom, 2, pull up the tummy, 3, breathing out, 4 and breathing out, tummy button up and in and 6 and 7 and 8, stay there, little ones without lowering the heels, 3, 4, use the tummy in, 6 and 7 and 8, lower. Now imagine my sticks with feet on the end. Turn those sticks out using your bottom muscles and squeeze the back of the thighs together. Now I really don't like hanging arms. So let's put this arm behind your head so that you can feel your shoulder blades down your back. Right, but we can't do the exercise like that, but that's what you're feeling. Bend, stretch, and that feeling of squeezing the cushion, using your bottom. Rise up tall and down. Bend, open the knees. Stretch, rise and down. Bend, stretch. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe. And breathe out. That's it. Breathe in. And breathe out. Legs are straight. Remember we spoke once about how the kneecap must pull up into your thighs. Do that. Last one. Stay up, down and up. 1, up. 2, tummy button right in. 3, squeeze the bum. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay up, little ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come down. Don't move your toes. Put your heels behind your toes and go back into parallel. Are you still standing beautifully? Are you still feeling the spirals? Is the tummy still in? Your triangles are beautifully placed, and bend. Alignment. Quick thought. Center of the knee over the second toe. That's alignment. And up and down. It counts from 1 here. 1. And rise. And bend. Tummy in. And rise. And 3. And rise. Lovely straight legs as you come up. Good. And 5. Straighten. And 6. Straighten. 7. Up. 8. And stop. Down and up. Pull up the knees. Triangles lifted. 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. And up, little ones. And 1, 2. Go on straight legs. Pull up those kneecaps. Up into your thighs. And down. Turn the legs out. Think of the sticks turning from the hip. Let's change hands. Other hand up behind the head. Bend. Again, alignment. Center of my knee over my second toe. Sideways, I shouldn't be bending with my bottom behind the line between my 2 heels. And stretch, rise, down. Bend, stretch, rise, down. Bend, stretch, rise, down. 4, stretch, rise, down. And 5. 6, breathe out. 7, keep your triangle, it's hard. Don't let your bottom push backwards. Go on, keep straight. Open the knees. Stop. And 1, 2, pull in the tummy. 3, 4, long spine. 6, 7, stay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And stop. You're coming back. Don't go to here again. So from there, we just bring the toes in. Same again. 1. Why so many rises? The stronger your ankles and lower legs, the stronger your body. And again. And breathe. Tummy. Tummy. 7. Tummy button. Lift it up. And 8. Stop. Down and up. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay up. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. Bring your heels together. Squeeze the top of the legs together. Could you hold your stick in the top of your legs? Go on, squeeze and hold. And a bend. Stretch. Rise, down. 2. Rise, down. 3. Think of your triangles. 4. Every time you bend, you're opening your knees. Press them back. 6. Every time you straighten, you're squeezing that imaginary cushion between the thighs. Stay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Last time. Bend, ready, keep your heels down. Bend low, that stretches also. Come back, rise and down. Bend. As you bend, don't lose your triangles. 4. Shoulders are down. Go on, straighten those legs. Pull up your kneecaps. It's not what we do, it's how we do what we're doing that counts. And stay, down and up. Go on, 1. Tummy in, 2. And 3. Breathe, 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Stay there. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And down. Well done. Slide one leg back. Perfectly, perfectly aligned. Center of your knee over the center of your foot, second toe. Same thing behind. Look behind you. Is that foot behind you perfectly straight? From the side, we're trying to lift the tummy, push the pubic bone forward, squeeze under your bottom. Go on, pull in your tummy. Squeeze, wrap there. You can even find your spiral at the same time. You should be feeling a good stretch in the poor calf muscle that worked so hard. Thinking of being nice and open. Tummy in, never stops. And change. Other one. Quick check, alignment. You'll get as bad as I am. Every time you watch people going for a jog now, you'll think to yourself, is he aligned or is she aligned? Becomes a terribly bad habit. Always check. Feet are straight. Second toe under the center of your knee. Go on, lift up, tummy. Turn the pubic bone forward. The top of the body can be relaxed and you're just breathing. Big breaths. Lovely, good work. Right, come back down. We would be again standing, that position, feet together, heels slightly apart. Find that feeling of squeezing the cushion, find your spirals, imagine it, find it in your head so that even when you take the cushion away, you've still got it. Now, to bring my leg forward, I'm not going to lose that feeling in my supporting leg. Bring your other foot right in front of your nose, lift the leg up and circle around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your supporting leg is still working, the bottom's strong. 7, 8 and change. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to lift the leg up, very strong and straight, and down, and up, and down. Keep going. Up, breathe in, breathe out, come down. Breathe in, breathe out to come down. Breathe in, I squeeze the cushion. Up, I squeeze the cushion. Up, that's the feeling. Up, squeeze, up, and stay. The leg turns out from the hip. 1, come back. I'm still got this look. I'm holding my cushion. And 3. That makes you work your inner thighs and your bottom. 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and stop. Up and down. 1, same feeling. Squeeze the cushion between your thighs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stay up, leg circle. I can circle my leg without moving my hips. 5, 6, long and straight, straighten those legs. Other way around. 1, 2, long straight leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and close. Very good. Excellent work. Hand again. Remember the spiral in the arm I spoke about on Friday. Shoulder blade is down your back. The point of your shoulder blade has come under the armpit. Remember Cape Town under the armpit? I'll talk about that on Wednesday. Cushion between the top of your thighs, imagine it. And let's go. Bring the leg out in front of my nose. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight legs. 5. This side's working. 7, 8, and change. And 1, 2. Keep your spiral in your supporting leg. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and down. That feeling of squeezing a cushion. 3, squeeze. 4, the cushion is between your two legs. 5, so your underneath leg is almost coming towards the back leg, the top leg. 8, stop, turn out. And 2, and 3, and 4. Feel how you're turning from your hip. 6, your bottom has to work. 7, and 8, hold it there. Up and down. 1, and 2. Put that foot under your nose. 4. Breathe in and breathe out. Your tummy button again. 6. And your fans. Open your fans. And stay. And circle. 2, 3. Nothing moves. Your triangles are nice and still. 6, 7, 8. And change. 1, 2. Strong in your butt. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good work. We need to stretch our quads. So you're going to bend the two legs, take one ankle, bring your knee to the floor. Now it's not important my heel must touch my bottom. What's important is that I'm keeping my pelvic triangle. So you've got to pull your tummy button in very firmly. Even try and pull your pubic bone, exaggerate. Pull your pubic bone now a little bit towards your nose. You'll feel how much more it stretches. Go on, try and turn your pelvis, pubic bone forward. Then you can try and pull your knee more to the floor, but push your hips forward. Good work. Change sides. Other leg. My supporting leg's bent. Okay, that's not good. That's terrible. Tummy in. Turn your pubic bone towards your nose. Breathe big, deep breaths. Is your supporting leg well aligned? Is your supporting leg the knee over the center of your foot? Triangles. Squeeze under your butt and push your pubic bone forward. Then you get a real stretch. Very good work. And release. The next exercise is excellent with a pillow. So if you can grab the pillow, get it again. And we're going to put the pillow between the legs. Back to that feet together position. Think of the triangles. Think of your spirals. Think of the triangle here in the pelvis, the triangle under the feet, your triangle across your chest. Right. Bend both knees. Again, we're going to put one hand behind the head. If that hurts your shoulder, of course, then work like that. Just don't work with your hand on your hip. That's the worst possible position. It turns your shoulder in. Hand down if you've got a shoulder problem, or hand behind your head. Knees are bent. Squeeze under your butt. Find your triangle. Put one foot behind and off we go. Breathing out, 1 and 2 and tummy button and 4. Squeezing under your butt. Squeeze the cushion with the top of your thighs, not your knees. And a 7 and 8 and stay and 1, 2. Tummy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and flex. Go on, squeeze under your bottom. Squeeze the top of the inner thighs. The tummy button goes in and up. And 5 and 6 and 7 and stay and pulse. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single heel kicks. 1 and down. 2 and down. 3. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. 6, 7 and 8. Good. That same leg that's been working comes forward. Look, my supporting leg is bent. The other leg straight. And we go down with a very, very straight back. Now we're trying to find the stretch at the back of the leg. So the more you lift your sit bones up in the air, on lève les ischions, loin du talon. La jambe est très tendue. Straight, straight back. Long neck, shoulders down. Go on, keep reaching. It's gently going a little bit further, little bit further, little bit further. And come up slowly. Use the tummy to lift you. Change sides. I bend my supporting leg. Front leg is long. I'm bending from the hips. Go down. Try not to look at me. Keep your spine long. Look down at your own foot. Pull your toes up. Flatten your back. I hope you did change legs. And come up. Right. Now we're going to go back to doing the other leg. All right? And then we'll do the stretch again twice for both legs. Tummy in. Get your neutral position with your spine, your pelvis in a good position. Hand behind your head. Bend the knees. Put the leg behind. And we go again. Breathing out. Tummy button in. 1. Squeeze your butt. 2. And 3. And 4. Squeeze and hold. And hold. And 7. And 8. And stay. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And down. Go and turn your pelvis. And flex. 1. And 2. Squeeze the back of your knees. Go and pull the heel up. 4. Find your hamstrings. 6, 7, 8. And stay. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single heel kicks. 1. And breathe out, breathe out, breathe in. 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze the cushion at the top of the back of your legs. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Take that leg that's just been working forward, and we're going to get a stretch again for both legs. Toes up, back strong and long. How about the alignment of your supporting leg? Knee over the center of your foot. Toe up to this one, the front foot. Really pull your toe up to your nose. Long spine. Support your body with your tummy. Close and come up. Change legs. Bend. Think alignment. Go down. Nice and straight. Look at the floor. Pull your toes to your tummy, to your nose. and stay nice and straight. Long back. Sit bones are up. And come back. I'm going to just tell you two important things here, because I can hear my very special friend Marcus saying to me, but Susan, if you tell them to squeeze their legs together and they squeeze their knees together, they're going to have legs that look like X's. Don't ever think knees together. Does that honestly look nice? When I think legs together, it's the top of my thighs that I'm trying to bring together. And then not the top of the front of your thighs. It's all in the details. If I squeeze the top of the front of my thighs together, it'll close my thighs in and make me arch. I've got to think of closing the back of my thighs together. So I'm holding a peanut at the top of the back of my thighs, and you'll feel how that brings your pelvis up. So squeeze the top of the thighs, never the knees. All right, we're now going to work our butts. So good position, peanuts held at the top of the back of the thighs, hand behind your head, stay as tall as you can on your supporting leg and lift out the other leg. Breathe in, and as you come down, it's that feeling of squeezing the top of the thighs together. 1, and squeeze. 2, and tummy up and in. 3, and 4. Go on, use the tummy, pull it in. 5, 6, 7, 8, and squeeze. I'm doing 10, and stop, and 10 up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathing out to go up. 9, 10, repeat, squeeze down. 1, squeeze. 2, and 3. If you're good at all of the things we're doing, nobody's stopping you from doing all of these exercises, balancing. And 8, and 9, and 10. Stay up, and a 1, 2, triangle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here comes the hard one. Point to go forward. Push back and keep your pubic bone where it was. Don't let your bottom go back. Come forward. That's wrong. Feel as though you're almost doing a pelvic tilt. You're keeping the pubic bone forward. Breathe out and pubic bone stays forward, almost like a pelvic tilt. 4, 5, and your leg is at its maximum height. 6, which is not very high in turnout, by the way. 7, go on. 8, and keep it up. 9, and 10. Good work. We're going to open the legs. Remember the special feet. And we're going to just bend. This feels so good because it releases the tight muscles on the bum, but you're working your bottom differently. Come up, and again, it's that squeezing from here. Breathe in. I call this the yawn. You're opening your knees far away. Come up and squeeze. And again, open. Alignment. Center of your knees over the second toe. Come up and squeeze. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And squeeze. And I'm driving everybody mad tonight with my counts. And little ones. 1, let's stick to 8s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember this one? Drop the knees slightly in and push them back. 1. Breathe out. 2. Your navel goes to your spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, the pulses. 1, 2. I'm opening my thighs, wrapping. 5, 6, 7. Don't move. Lift your right heel. Put it down. Lift your left heel. Put it down. Lift the right heel. Put it down. Left. I haven't changed my triangle. I'm not lifting my head. Good. Last one. And 2 heels. 1. You're not moving your head. 2, 3. Keep your triangles. 4. Squeezing your butt. 5, 6. Good work. 7 and 8. We're going to come up by squeezing the top of the thighs together. And we've still got the other leg to do. Right. So find your spiral. Spirals in the legs. That feeling of that band lifting up here into your back, up to the back of your neck. Chest is up. And we're going to put the hand behind the head. Please don't bend over. Stay tall. Find the spirals. Release the leg. Up and breathe out. 1. And this was 10. 2. And long legs. 3, 4. Use your fans every time you breathe in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Repeat, squeeze. And 2. And 3. Are your legs straight? This one's strong and straight. 5. My left leg's my leg that I always have to remind myself to straighten. 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay up. And a 1, 2. Breathe out. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hard 1. Forward with a point. Back with a flex. 1. Think of a little pelvic tilt. 2. As the leg goes back, tiny pelvic tilt. 3. That means your pubic bone's coming ever so slightly forward. 5, 6, 7. Go on, straight legs. 8. 2 more. 9, 10. Come down. Turn the legs out from the hip, not from the feet. Oh, and bend. And come up and squeeze, 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 squeeze. The side, in the legs. And 2. Feel the spirals. And 3. And your tummy button's going up and up and up and up, and your chest lifts. And 5. Going up. And 6. You're going to have amazing abs, even without doing any crunches. 7. And 8. Stay down. 1, 2, 3. Push those knees out. 6. Bless you. 7, 8. And press back. 1. Tummy. 2. 3. Go on, use the tummy. 4. Squeeze under your butt. 5. 6. Can you please mute your... And little ones. 2, 3. Open those thighs. 5, 6. And 1. And 2. Your head doesn't move. And 4. Keep the triangles. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, 2 feet. 1, 2. As you lower your heels, think of squeezing.
Prenez votre distance de la vie quand même, hein? Parce que là, on sait pas si elle est malade, hein?
6, 7,
Il faut se tenir à distance parce que ça c'est...
Come up. There's somebody who hasn't moved.
Vous, je sais que vous n'êtes pas malade, mais elle, on ne sait pas.
Est-ce que la personne qui n'a pas enlevé le son de son ordinateur peut le faire? C'est quelqu'un qui parle français. Merci. We're going to turn to the side and we're going to bend. That's it. Remember, shoulders straight over the knee. Straight line. Alignment. This I'm not there to check, and this can hurt your knees if you don't really work on good alignment. Come up and squeeze under your butt. 1. Tummy up and in. 2. Breathe out. 3. Center of your knee over your second toe. Both feet, not just the front foot. 5. Come up using your abs. 6. Squeeze under your butt. 7. 8. Stay. 1, 2. Tummy. 3, 4. You're practically getting a stretch here. And come up. And again, breathe in. Breathe out, lift. Tummy, 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 tummy. And 2. And Keeping your sternum lifted. 6. Think of the blue triangle on the chest. 7. And 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is easy, squeeze your butt harder. Come up and balance. And up. Excellent. You've got the other leg to do. So let's open. Now, as it's better, you facing me, so it's better that you don't do that. Just bring your leg straight forward. And that's how we're standing, okay? I do it in profile for you so that you can see the lines. Maybe now it's good to see from the front too. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Straight. And breathe out. Lift the tummy. 1. And tummy. 2. And let's put the hand here. 3. Do not have our hand on our hips. 4. As you come up, the tummy button's going in and up. 5. You're keeping your pubic bone forward. 6. And 7. And 8. Stay down. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come up and feel your spirals. And squeeze. 1. And 2. And tummy up. 3. And 4. Breathe out. 5. 6. 7. 8. Stay down. 1, 2. Go on, tummy in. Each breath pulls the tummy in, even if it's quick. 7, 8. And stop. And up. And find your balance. Use your butt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And up. Excellent work. Well done. We're going to work some arms. So, feet are parallel. That's it. Bend. We're starting just with arm lifts in preparation to do the side work. Find your alignment. Breathing out. You're going to lift the arms with the shoulder blades that go down. 1. Remember the counterbalance of the shoulder blade. 2. Breathe in and open your fans. 3. Tummy and ribs. And close your fans. 4. Open them. 5. Close the flanks. Remember the ribs. 6. And long arms. 7. And 8. Come to halfway. More quick. And breathe out. 1. Finish your breath. 2. 3. Think of a tennis player. They scream and they hit. And you hit. And breathe out. 7. And 8. Lovely. Bend. Put your stick right down behind your shoulders. Right? If that hurts your shoulders, you can hold the pole in front. Quite honestly, a little bit less firm. Watch the elbows. Elbows back means my shoulders are in a bad position. Elbows forward brings my back and my shoulders into a good position. We're going to start with those quick pull backs. Use an explosive breathing now. Breathe in and breathe out and pull your tummy in firmly. 1. And your bottom has to be strong. 2. We're going to do 8. 3. Pull from the opposite side. And breathe out. 5. 6. 7. And 8. And change. And 1. And 2. Go and pull your tummy in. And 4. And 5. Your bottom is strong. 6. And 7. Elbows forward. 8. 4. 1. Change. Change. 2. Singles. Without stopping. And 1, 2. Don't move your hips. If you're squeezing under your bottom, your pelvis will be strong. And stop. Lift the arms. Bring them down. All right. Let's close the feet. We're going to do some pulling exercises. I want to start with rotations. So once again, open the hands quite wide on your pole and bring your arms up. Again, it's that feeling of the shoulder blade has come down and swung itself underneath your armpit. Right. Now, bring the pole down onto the top of your head. And we're going to, on the out breath, bring our elbows forward without moving the pole. So you breathe out and bring your elbows forward. 1, it's a small movement. 2, 3. Don't forget the fans closing. 4. Feel how you're opening your back. 5. Push your elbows away. 6. And 7. And 8. Lift up. And now you're pulling down. Imagine your stick is held to the ceiling. And you're pulling. Pull. 2, 3, 4. And breathe in. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe in. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe in. And the armpits are pulling down. Let the arms lift without the shoulders. And the armpits pull down. Keep your elbows in your peripheral vision. And up. And again down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your fans and breathe out. Tummy button in. 2, 3, 4. And the arms come up. Last one. And down. 2, 3, 4. Now, just let the hands come down. Your elbows don't change. Breathe out. Swing your tricep, the back of your arm, underneath and lift your bicep to the ceiling. And don't move your elbows down. Breathe out and rotate from under the arm. Come back, breathe in and breathe out. Your elbows are bent at 90 degrees and back. And you're reaching your elbows out. Go and touch the opposite walls with your elbows at the same time. And come back. And stop. You're going to push forward. Push. But it's not any old push. You're trying to pull your hands in as though they want to squeeze together. Can you feel your chest muscles working? And now come back and open your elbows. And breathe out and pull your hands together. But they're not moving. Pull. And come back and reach your elbows. Breathe out and push. I feel as though I'm wanting to close my hands. Come back and elbows to the walls. Breathe out. Use your fans. Breathe in. Open your fans. And one more. Push. And stop. Now you're pulling. Right? Somebody's holding your pole. And you're going to breathe out and pull. But you're not squeezing your shoulder blades together. You're pulling your elbows out and back. And breathe out and pull out and back. Your shoulders are always down. And breathe out and pull. But reach your elbows away. Go and push them away. 4. And tummy and ribs close. 5. Shoulders are down. You shouldn't be feeling any tension in your neck. 6. And 7. And 8. Good work. Bring them up. Turn your hands so that they're facing you. Close your elbows. Release the elbows and squeeze. 1 and 2, 3. Use your breath. 4. Think of your spirals in your legs. 6, 7. We're squeezing. 8. Up and down. Breathe in. Lower your elbows and squeeze. 1. Breathe out. 2. Go on. Squeeze. 3. Breathe out. 4. Shoulders are down. 5. And 6. Squeeze. 7. And 8. Last one for the biceps here at the front. Open. My palms are still facing me. The elbows are at shoulder height. Breathe in. Breathe out and squeeze. 1. And squeeze. 2. And 3. It's as though it's war. 4. You don't want anybody to have your pole. Resist. Use your ribs. 6. And 7. And pull. 8. Biceps. 9. Last one. 10. And after all that, you really need to open your chest. So hands are back. Palms are forward. Breathe out. Lower your shoulders and reach back. 1. And 2. and 3, and 4, 5, use your breath, 6, and 7, and hold, bend and stretch, and a 1, 2, the elbows are not moving, my wrists are straight, 5, shoulders are back, 6, 7, 8, stay very straight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bend and stretch again, and 1, 2, bend the elbows, straighten, 3, 4, shoulders are down, 6, keeping the shoulders open, 7, 8, keep them open, work, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. 3 minutes just to get our spine moving. So open the feet, bend the legs, hands in front. Imagine that you have a light, a torch on your chest, on your sternum. As you breathe out, turn that light to one side and look where the light is shining. And come back. The light's turning the other way. Look where the light is shining. And come back. And again, breathe out, turn the chest, and come back. Breathe in. Breathe out, turn your chest. Think of the light shining, look where it's going, and back. One more each side, and think about the opposite hip. Turn your chest, that hip stays back. Turn your chest, that hip stays back. Come back, lift the hands. Open your legs. Remember, we turn out from our hips, not from our feet. Bend one leg, breathe in. Keep your portrait in the middle of your arms, which is your beautiful frame. Stay there, breathe in. Come up tall as you come back. I'm going to open my knee over the center of my foot. My triangle is still nicely vertical. And go over, up and over. Keep your head in the middle of your two arms. Think of the portrait in the frame. Breathe in and come up. And again, triangles in the pelvis. Open the knee over the center of the foot. Up and over, far away. Keep your triangle. Don't let your bottom stick out. Breathe in. Come back up again. Lovely. Last one. Your shoulders are relaxed and down. Breathe in, up and over. Keep your triangles. Breathe in and breathe out and come back. Come down. Lovely work. Feet parallel again. Take the pole behind you. Little back extension. You're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Pull your tummy in. Shoulders down. Lift your chest. Let your head go up and over that cushion that we use in the aeroplane. And come back. Your shoulders go down. Tummy in first. Start feeling your eye line going up, your chest follows, and then pull the hands back, opening from your shoulders. Come back. And again, breathe in. Lift from the tummy. Lift your eye line. Lift the chest. And back. Last one. Up and over. Shoulders are down, and come back. From there, we're just going to put the pole at the front of our legs. Now we are feet hip width apart. Hip width apart is about the width of your ears, no wider. And we're going to do another roll down. Take a big breath, open your fans, and in one long out breath, start with your neck. Roll in your upper body. Roll in the back. Keep your pole against your legs. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, bring the pole back to your legs. Come up slowly. Find your pelvic triangle. Lower spine, middle spine, neck, and grow. And again, breathe in, open your ribs. Big fan. Breathing out, start with the neck. Then the upper body, lower body. Only then you start letting the pelvis move. You can slightly bend the knees if you need to. Release. Breathe in, lift from the tummy, pull against your legs. Lift from the tummy, from the tummy, from the tummy. Find your triangle, lower back. Open your collarbones, lift your sternum, lift your head. One more time, breathe in. Breathing out, first the neck, upper body. Pelvis turns. Keeping my tummy held, breathe in. And again, lift from the stomach. Feel the tummy lifting you. Control the shoulders. I open my shoulders and lengthen the neck. Lift the pole. Breathe in and breathing out, balance. Going up and stay there. Come down. Well done. Thank you very, very much. You all did brilliantly.